You're not in a business problem. You're in an imagination problem. Remember, you are the author. You're the main character, the judge, the referee, the main player, whatever it is. But you are the one that is writing the story of your life. Remember, some of the biggest successes out there had the biggest visions. The market doesn't reward those who just copy and duplicate. It rewards those who create. The creators are the ones that really take everything to the next level. Imagination is not a luxury. It's your unfair advantage. Your imagination, your ability to create a vision that you can manifest in your life is going to be your secret weapon, because most people are too busy scrolling social media and doing things to truly tap into that source that you have. It's never too late to start living the life that you're meant to live, the one that you want to live, the one that you want to create. Welcome back to the Daily Mastermind. George Wright III with your daily dose of inspiration, motivation, and education. And we are right in the middle of a series of creating your best life, applying the 13 principles contained in Think and Grow Rich. And we're on day 6. And I just want to remind you about where we've gotten to this point. And I also want to start out today, I usually end with this, but I want to start out by reminding you that it's never too late to start creating the life that you were meant to live, the one that you want to have. Whether you're trying to create growth right now, or you're struggling and feel stuck, or whether you're crushing your goals and you want to go to the next level, there's always another level of greatness inside of you that you can unleash. And these principles are timeless in Think and Grow Rich. It starts with desire, which is the starting point of all achievement, right? It separates people who dabble from those who dominate. And then faith, it's the state of mind that you can create through affirmations, visualization, and repeated emotional experiences. And that leads us to autosuggestion, which is the number one tool you can use to shape your beliefs and your subconscious mind. And then yesterday we talked about specialized knowledge, which helps you to leverage opportunities and create wealth using your unique talent. So today we're going to talk about imagination. And I'm really excited by it because it's this concept of visualization where you can create the life that you want to have. So here's a reality check for most entrepreneurs, and you may need to hear this as well. You're not in a business problem. You're in an imagination problem. Let me say that again. You're not in circumstances in your business that are problems. You're in a lack of imagination problem. Because if you can't see it in your mind, you're never going to create it in life. If you're stuck in your revenue, in your relationship, in your offers, in your marketing, if you're burned out, most of these are not the actual problem. They're just a lack of vision. A vision comes from one thing, imagination. And so it's a term that many of us probably don't use. It's a term that we don't do much with. But Napoleon Hill said it best. He said, "Man's only limitation within reason lies in his development and use of his imagination." This is what your resourcefulness is. So the question is, are you using your imagination? Are you applying this intangible tool that can help you to shape and craft the story that you're creating in your life? Remember, you are the author. You're the main character, the judge, the referee, the main player, whatever it is. But you are the one that is writing the story of your life. And why would you write a story in your life without using your imagination? So in Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill names imagination as, I like how he puts it. He says, it's the workshop of the mind where plans are shaped, goals are visualized, and ideas are transformed into wealth. Let me say that again. Your imagination is the workshop of the mind. It's where your plans are shaped, your goals are visualized, and your ideas are transformed into wealth. And he breaks it into two types, the two types of imagination. The first is synthetic imagination. This is rearranging existing ideas or concepts. It's your ability to craft up the narrative using what he calls synthetic imagination. And then there's creative imagination. Creative imagination is tapping into the infinite intelligence that is a part of everyone for new ideas, solutions, and innovations. That's the creative imagination. So both are required, And both of them, especially in business today, right? You have to be able to use your synthetic and your creative imagination to rearrange and organize the things you have and have that kind of vision, but also tap into new innovative ideas. Think about it. All the business models, brand strategies, brand design, viral content, all of that type of stuff are coming from imagination. They all start as a thought that someone had that they used their imagination or vision for. And this is how visionaries lead markets instead of competing in them. Are you in your market competing, or are you visualizing a new level? I like to talk about one of my partners, a good friend of mine, Patrick Baker, who started Behood. So many of the apparel company Behood. And he started that out of the back of his van on North Shore, Hawaii. And over time, his vision and imagination grew, but he always had an imagination and a vision, a very big vision. Remember, some of the biggest successes out there had the biggest visions. I'm sure Elon Musk didn't wake up one day and say, I want to build a rocket and go to the moon, but it evolved and he had a vision. And now he has a pretty out there vision as far as living on Mars and all these kinds of things. But back to Patrick. Patrick, from the first day I met him, said, I'm going to create $1 billion brand, a brand that I can see, touch, feel, hear, visualize. And he uses the power of affirmations and daily I am statements to be able to build and craft that imagination. But over time, he's clarified and crystallized and created a vision that is so clear that he sees it in his mind and it's starting to transform. That's why he's got shops in the Miracle Mile Mall and in Las Vegas, and we've got apparel in Utah and everywhere else. But here's the point. Let's drill down on this a little bit. You've got to see it first in your mind. So let's talk about where most entrepreneurs go wrong. They focus on doing more, optimizing what they're doing, testing into new things, but they're not spending any time on their vision of where they want to go unless it has a path that gets them there. And when you take individuals like, for example, Steve Jobs, he imagined a world where computers were elegant and personal. And when he started, none of what we have today was even started. As I mentioned before, Elon Musk imagined interplanetary travel and open source for his patents. Sarah Blakely imagined shapewear when the category didn't even actually exist. So what do all of these people have in common? They built their vision and use their imagination before there was proof. They created before they competed. And here's the key. Imagination has got to be practiced. That's what it boils down to. It's like a muscle. If you use your, because most of us say, it's really hard to meditate, it's hard to visualize, it's hard to do these things, but it's only hard because you don't do it. Imagination's got to be practiced. It's not reserved for the creative types. It's a skill. It's a muscle. Entrepreneurs who master it become the disruptors, not the disrupted. And in the words of Albert Einstein, imagination is more important than knowledge. Knowledge is limited. Imagination encircles the world. So what I'd like you to do this day, what I want you to do with this particular principle is, first, I want you to start a practice of visualization. It's your vision practice. Just set a 10-minute timer, do it for 10 minutes, no screens, no distractions. Just ask yourself, if I could create my best life, my ultimate business model, the income I want, the lifestyle I want with no limitations, what would it look like? And don't judge yourself. Just write that down. And then I want you to take one of the ideas that you had when you wrote that down, and I want you to sit back and I just want you to block some time on that. And I want you to think about it. You don't have to do it with your eyes closed. You could think about it. You could write about it. You can imagine it. Call it creative strategy time in your calendar if you want. No meetings, no excuse, but block a period of time for the next week and just try to spend time visualizing what that would look like, what the specifics are. Touch it, feel it, taste it, hear it. Practice time building your visualization, because I will tell you this. All of us have this talent. It's our innate talent. It's the gift that all of us have to be able to close our mind, close our eyes, and visualize something else. The market doesn't reward those who just copy and duplicate. It rewards those who create. The creators are the ones that really take everything to the next level. And creation starts in your mind long before it shows up in your bank account. It's the concept of creating your inner world so that your outer world can manifest itself. Too many of us are worried about the fruits and not the roots. We're not dealing with the true creative process by visualizing what we want to create, and therefore we're not creating it in our lives. The imagination is literally the workshop where all of these plans are put together. So if you're feeling stuck, it might be that you need a new strategy, and it might be that you need a good idea. And I give you permission to imagine what that would be. Give yourself that permission, because imagination is not a luxury. It's your unfair advantage. Your imagination, your ability to create a vision that you can manifest in your life is going to be your secret weapon, because most people are too busy scrolling social media and doing things to truly tap into that source that you have of creating something before it's built in your mind. So that's my message for today. I hope it's something that you will take to heart. I really want you to spend time and create and craft the vision of what your life is that you want to create. And I don't care where you're at right now. It's never too late to start living the life that you're meant to live, the one that you want to live, the one that you want to create. But you've got to get dreaming again. You've got to get visualizing what you want, because when you do that, you'll get out of the grind, you'll get out of the detail, and you'll start to feel more empowered. And by the way, scientifically, you're training your subconscious mind at the same time. So I hope this is a topic that will inspire you. I hope it's something that will help you to go to the next level as well. Tomorrow, what we're going to do is we're going to be talking about organized planning, which is what you need to do after you create this vision in your life. So please share this show, share the message. It would mean a lot to me, and I look forward to talking with you more tomorrow. Have a great day.